There are things in the universe that are simply and purely evil. A warrior does not seek to understand them or to compromise with them. He seeks only to obliterate them. I will start my operations here and pull the rebels apart piece by piece. They will be the architects of their own destruction. War. It's all you've ever known, isn't it? You were so young when you survived the Clone War. No wonder you are equipped in spirit to fight us like you do. War is in your blood. I study the art of war to perfect it. But you were forged by it. No, Admiral, I want you to handle it yourself. A single light cruiser should be sufficient for a man of your talents. Unless you're not up to it. When we find our spy, we will find them. We shall turn them from an obstacle to an asset. Loss, you say? The rebels may have protected the location of their base for now, but in doing so, they have narrowed my search. Before today, they could have been hiding in any of the 1,000 systems, but now I know they are, almost certainly, on one of the 94 planets surveyed by my infiltrators. The rebels have won this battle, but the war will be ours. I believe ancient Fulcrum will prove far more useful to the Empire than Callus ever was. She could be our key to locating the true rebel fleet. I do not require glory, only results for my Emperor. Effective, yes, but you miss the true artistry of this weapon, Governor Saxon. It turns an armor legendary for its strength into a crippling weakness, and it strikes at the very heart of your people's tradition. The Emperor has assured me that he supports my project. I'll leave immediately, Moff Tarkin. Whatever happens next, happens to both of us, Ezra Bridger. My apologies, Captain Salvin. I'd forgotten not everyone is able to appreciate art as I do. I am a warrior, Your Majesty. A warrior may retreat. He does not flee. He may lie in ambush. He does not hide. He may experience victory or defeat. He does not cease to serve. We were both born as commoners. I can live that way again if I have to. But I'll do what I can to assure that the 8th family doesn't release or rematch you on my account. One can concentrate so closely on the words of a sentence that one thereby misses the meaning, as can happen in any area of life. You must never lose focus on the larger landscape. What exactly do you think you're doing? It's enemies, not potential enemies. Do you hear the difference? No warrior ever has the full depth of control that we would like, but I wish here that I might have been otherwise. I do not need permission to fight on their behalf. There are 2 ways to destroy a person, Jor Kardaz. Kill him or his reputation. If I know Nuso Esva, very likely both. I encounter civilians like you all the time. You believe the Empire is continually plotting to do harm. Let me tell you, your view of the Empire is far too dramatic. The Empire is a government. It keeps billions of beings fed and clothed, day after day, year after year. On thousands of worlds, people live their lives under Imperial rule, without ever seeing a stormtrooper or hearing a TIE fighter scream overhead. It was my one failure, out on the fringe. The one time when understanding a race's art gave me no insight at all into its psyche. At least, not at the time. Now I believe I'm finally beginning to understand them. I doubt it. I wound up destroying their world. The unknown regions are the future of the Empire, Captain. It's only fitting that the Imperial fleet lead the way. On no further than 4 occasions I told the Emperor that I would not waste his troops and ships, attacking an enemy which I was not yet prepared to defeat. Not at all. The rebellion's military abilities are undeniable, but their chances for long-term stability are non-existent. This rebel stronghold has no hope of escape. Commence the attack. Yes, Emperor Palpatine. I have studied Zarin's ways closely. He would not resist the bait that I have laid out for him. Soon he too will meet his end. The traitor Zarin cannot run forever. Soon he will be in our grasp. Thus is the fate of the enemies of the Empire. I am Grand Admiral Thrawn. I have been away, but now I have returned. I know some of what has occurred. You will fill in the details of the rest when I come aboard. Rejoice, Captain, for the Empire will rise again. Learn about art, Captain. When you understand a species' art, you understand that species. There's a degree of risk involved, but risk has always been an inescapable part of warfare. In this case, the potential benefits far outweigh the potential dangers. You were expecting, perhaps, that I'd order an all-out attack, that I would seek to cover our defeat in a frenzy of false and futile heroics. We haven't been defeated, Captain, merely slowed down a bit. The entire Nagari populace, I think, needs to be reminded of who it is they serve. I rule the Empire now, Mara Jade, not some long-dead emperor, and most certainly not you. The fortunes of war and rise and fall, and you may be assured that the rebellion will be repaid in full for their destruction of the promontory of the Katana fleet skirmish. But that repayment will occur in the context of their overall strategy, not as an act of private vengeance. History is on the move, Captain. Those who cannot keep up will be left behind to watch from a distance, and those who stand in our way will not watch at all. But it was so artistically done. Do you know the difference between an error and a mistake, Ensign? Anyone can make an error, Ensign, but that error doesn't become a mistake until you refuse to correct it. I have no qualms about accepting a useful idea merely because it wasn't my own. Multiple species with multiple viewpoints and racial philosophies simply cannot hold power together for long. The dominant voice must certainly be wise enough to adopt ideas and methods from its allies and member peoples. But there must be a dominant voice, or there is only chaos. In this part of the galaxy, that voice is the Empire. I greet you. Did you give your name as General Anakin Skywalker? May I ask what brings a Republic envoy to this part of space? I find it hard to believe that a Republic at war would send a lone man in a lone fighter craft on a mission. I find it more likely that you travel on a personal quest. Like you, General Skywalker, I seek information on that and other matters. Also like you, I'm alone, without the resources to successfully investigate. Perhaps in alliance with the Republic General, you may find the answers both of us seek. I wish to more fully understand this conflict in which you're embroiled. I wish answers of right and wrong, of order and chaos, of strength and weakness, of purpose and reaction. You asked my identity. I am now prepared to give it. I am Commander Mitth'raw'nuruodo, officer of the Expansionary Defense Fleet, servant of the Chiss, Ascendancy. On behalf of my people, I ask your assistance in learning of this war before it sweeps its disaster over our own worlds. One additional thought. Chiss names are difficult for many species to properly pronounce. I suggest you address me by my core name, Thrawn.